TV soap news and spoilers say that the walls are closing in around Philip Kiriakis, and there's no denying it. His time in Salem has come to a dramatic, emotional, and scandal-ridden end. After months of quietly scheming behind the scenes, it seems Philip's secret machinations have finally caught up with him. What began as a subtle undercurrent of suspicion has now exploded into a full-blown scandal, leaving broken hearts, shattered alliances, and legal chaos in its wake. The once proud heir to the Kiriakis empire has exited Salem, not in triumph, but under the dark cloud of betrayal and possible criminal prosecution. It all started unraveling when Stephanie, unable to carry the burden of guilt any longer, decided to come clean to Alex. She told him the truth, that Sarah and Philip had been working together, hiding a massive secret that threatened to shake the foundations of Titan Industries. From what we know, Sarah and Philip weren't exactly surprised. In fact, it almost seemed like they had anticipated the inevitable moment when everything would come crashing down. Perhaps they were bracing for the impact all along. But Alex didn't go straight to Xander, not right away. Maybe he needed time to process the magnitude of the betrayal. After all, the scandal didn't just implicate strangers, it involved his own family, and his loyalty to Sarah and Philip complicated things. However, secrets never stay buried for long in Salem, and by early May, the truth had reached Xander. And when it did, his reaction was volcanic. According to trusted sources, Xander confronted Sarah in a fury. The betrayal cut him to the core, not just as a businessman, but as a husband. He had loved Sarah, he had fought for her. And now, to find out that she had been conspiring behind his back with Philip, his own brother no less, was a blow he may never fully recover from. Reports say he didn't just confront her, he ended it, coldly, emotionally, without looking back. "I want a divorce," he may as well have said, because for Xander, trust once broken is trust forever lost. Philip, meanwhile, didn't even bother to defend himself. He knew it was over. With the truth now exposed, he realized he had no choice but to surrender control of Titan back to Xander, something that ironically had once been the very thing he wanted to avoid at all costs. But worse than losing his grip on Titan was the very real possibility of facing criminal charges. And let's be clear, Philip's misdeeds weren't just unethical, they may have crossed over into outright criminal territory. Word around Salem is that his actions could open him up to a mountain of legal trouble, including forgery, perjury, civil fraud, and embezzlement. There may even be sealed documents that could resurface, dragging others into the mess and igniting a legal firestorm that will take months, maybe years, to extinguish. But here's the twist. The real twist. Philip didn't commit all of these acts while working with or knowing Xander. The betrayal, though personal, started before that, before the brotherly bond had a chance to form, before Philip could truly understand the full extent of the damage his decisions would cause. And now that he does understand, he's choosing to run rather than face the music. In a quiet, almost heartbreaking farewell, Philip was last seen walking out of town, stage left, without a word to anyone. No grand speeches, no dramatic confrontations, just a man, alone, carrying the weight of his mistakes and the knowledge that he may never be able to return. It wasn't just a business loss. It was the fall of a man who, for all his arrogance, may have truly believed he was doing the right thing. A man who let ambition destroy his family, his love life, and his future. As Philip disappears from Salem, fans are left with a whirlwind of emotions. Was he a villain? A tragic anti-hero? Or just a man caught in the crosshairs of corporate warfare and emotional desperation? The answer may depend on whether he ever returns, and what kind of man he'll be if he does. For now, though, Salem turns its eyes to Xander, who, now back in control of Titan, must pick up the pieces of his personal and professional life. But don't expect peace for long, because in Salem, every ending is just the beginning of another storm. So what do you think, Days fans? Did Philip deserve to fall this hard? And will Salem ever be the same without him? Our TV channel Soap News and Spoilers is the place for those who want to know how the Salem story goes, as well as great Days of Our Lives updates and news. So subscribe to our channel to get what you want. Bye-bye.